Okay, hello everybody. Happy Friday. We are going into a 10-minute stretch today, which is going to feel so amazing. Where we're focusing on today, because I know this is a problem area for me and for so many of the moms that I work with in my fitness programs, is upper back and shoulder stretching. Right, we carry so much tension right up here around our shoulder blades and our upper back, and you can just let me know in the comments here whether you're here jumping in live or if you're watching on the replay, if this is an area that you struggle with on a regular basis, because I know that I have, especially when I find I'm in seasons of really high stress, really high tension. We don't even realize it, but our body comes into this protection mode. Right? It's when our shoulders lift up and the shoulders hunch and lean forward, it's really this protection stance that our body gets into as a result of stress. And if we don't actively try to teach our body and release that stress out of there over time, this can really cause some serious issues with neck pain and shoulder pain and eventually injury if you're trying to like move and lift your kids and living in this shoulder hunched position. So I have a really wonderful 10-minute stretch that's going to help you to release some of that tension. So 10 minutes from now, you're going to feel great. If you have a mat, that's going to help you as we're going to be on our knees for a good portion of this. But if you don't have a mat at home, maybe grabbing a towel or something that will give you some extra cushion is good. And let's get started. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees to begin. And this first stretch is going to help us to release some tension, but also warm up these muscles that we're going to get into a deep stretch in. So your knees are under your hips, your hands are under your shoulders, and you want to lengthen your spine. So you're reaching through the crown of the head and back to the tailbone. We're going to take one arm, twisting to reach up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to thread underneath and reach the opposite way. So we're going to keep moving between these, right? I want you to breathe in as you lift up, and then breathe out as you thread and reach under. It's okay to put the back of your hand down on the floor as you do that if that feels best for you. So inhale, and let your eyes follow your hand as it comes down and under. So we're moving our head, our neck, and our shoulders all as one. Breathing in, and then breathing out. We're gonna go one more time. And this time I want you to reach as high as you can. Really push into the hand on the floor. Reach up, and then let it go and reach under. Okay, let's switch to the other side. So find that center. We always wanna move with a really long spine. Feel that length, and then we'll breathe in, reach up, and then breathe out to reach under. And you might be going faster or slower than me today. That is perfectly okay. You're gonna move in a way that feels good for you. And as you do this, notice that little area around your shoulder blade. You can feel it really activate here as we reach up. And then you're gonna feel this opening there as you reach under. So good to be able to move our shoulder blades that way. And we're gonna go one more time. And let's reach as high as we can this time. Okay, breathe in, push into the hand on the floor. And then breathe out and come under. So good. All right, arms extend out in front of you this time. We're gonna breathe in, and then breathe out to press the chest down towards the floor. Your tailbone is lifted here, so we're getting a deep stretch down the back, right down the back of the arms as well. You can relax your head down on the floor if that feels good. And then walk your hands over to one side, just gently. We're gonna drop the chest again. You'll feel that more down the side. And then switching sides. And then coming back through the center once more. Love this one. All right, we're gonna come onto our stomach now. You might need to watch this one before you try this on your own, especially if you're not gonna be able to see the video here. We're gonna outstretch one arm. This is right out next to our body, okay, in line with the shoulder, palm to the floor. And then you're gonna be using your other arm to push and turn yourself to roll onto your side. Your head comes down to the floor. And then you can take that top leg and either keep your knees stacked, or you might be able to bring the foot to the floor behind you and deepen this stretch. You're gonna feel this a lot in the front of your shoulder with that arm that's stretched out in the floor. Just keep breathing. We're gonna hold this for 10 more seconds. And if your top leg is lifted, let's stack the knees once more. You're gonna roll back onto your stomach and gently draw that arm back in, and we'll switch sides. Such a good stretch for our chest. This is an area where we get so tense in our body. So the arm is outstretched to the side. You can't see mine because it's behind me now. And I'm using this other hand to push and roll away from that outstretched arm. You can shift so that this feels good, and then set your head down if you can. And connect as much of that outstretched arm to the floor as you can. Ideally getting from your elbow all the way to your hand connected. And then if you wanna take this a little bit deeper, just lifting up that top knee, reaching back behind you. Keep breathing here. You can feel a lot of tension dissipating through your shoulders and your back right now. And take one more deep breath in. And let it go. Let's roll back onto the side and then onto the stomach. Really good. Okay, lying on your stomach, I want you to clasp your hands behind you. I know you want to look at the video here, but if you can keep your eyes looking to the floor under your nose, that would be great. And then keeping your feet on the floor, we're going to reach our knuckles and our hands back and down towards our feet. Your chest might lift a little bit, that's okay. You're going to get this really great stretch through the front of the shoulders. And you can take this as high as you want to, right? You might really be able to squeeze the shoulders back. We're just gonna hold for 3, breathe in, 2, 1, and then let that go. Yeah, okay, hands come under the shoulders. We're gonna push back up onto the knees. And coming back into that threaded arm position. We did this at the beginning. We're just gonna hold this stretch this time. So the back of your hand and the back of your arm comes onto the floor. You can either keep support with this arm or stretch it out in front of you and let your ear, the side of your head, come right down to the floor. You're gonna get a really deep stretch here behind your shoulder and into that shoulder blade. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And let's gently lift up to switch arms. So as you thread that arm under, it's really up to you how much you turn your shoulders. I like in this one to keep my shoulders mostly facing the forward, so I'm not really focusing on twisting my back, but it might feel better for you to twist your shoulders. Just check in and see what feels best for you and your body. And then as you can, get that ear, the side of your head down to the mat so you can really relax into this. One more deep breath in and out. Good, lift back up. You can unthread the arms. Wow, I'm feeling better already. Let's come to a seated position here. Just sit in a way that's comfortable for you. For most of us, we can go cross-legged. We're gonna take one last stretch for the top of the shoulder. So bring one arm right to your low back. So the back of my hand is pressing into my low back. You can make a fist or just keep your hand open. And then we're gonna drop the ear sideways towards the opposite shoulder. Just make sure you're sitting up really tall here. You're gonna feel this opening, this muscle that runs up the side of your neck. Breathe in, let's lift up and switch arms. Breathe out, we'll drop the other way. My neck and my back are doing all sorts of popping right now. Just know that that's okay if that happens to you too. It's your body just moving back into alignment when tension has pulled on maybe some of your vertebrae or some of your joints. So when we take time to stretch and realign, it just feels so good. This time we're gonna take both hands together at the low back and just gently pull back and down through your shoulders. And at the same time, lift your chin up towards the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out, come on down, and we're gonna tuck the chin to the chest, breathing in, breathing out, and then sitting back up to release the arms. Oh, that felt so wonderful. That is our 10-minute shoulder stress reliever. I hope you enjoyed that stretch as much as I did. If you are dealing with tension in your body, whether it's in your shoulders, your neck, your back, your hips, all these areas where we hold on to stress, know that taking a little bit of time, even 10 minutes each day to do some stretching releases that. And if you have more time, if you have goals, every week in the 20-minute boost program, we do a 20-minute stretch, and it's just magical. If you need some help with that, you guys, I'm here for you. Otherwise, we'll be back on Fridays for some more short workouts to help you with your health and fitness goals. You guys, let me know how you're doing today. Christy, good to have you here. Yes, thank you. You guys, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Awesome. Cool. You guys enjoy your Friday. I will see you for the next one.